So Tom, can you tell us a little bit about yourself?
Well, I'm retired from IT. I worked at Parkview for 35 years, and for the last 4 years I've been happily retired and enjoying every minute of it.
Okay, great. Can you tell us why you decided to join Summit City Toastmasters, or Toastmasters in general?
Well, in general, I figured out very early in my career that I needed public speaking, and that was really a shock to me because I'm a computer programmer. And I always figured I'm going to work behind a desk, I'm going to be writing code all day, and I'm not going to be talking to a lot of people, so why should I care about public speaking? I never cared for my high school speech classes. I never understood the rationale behind it, but I went along with it. But then when I became a computer programmer, I found out I really did have to do some public speaking. I had to train people. I had to give presentations on how the software that I wrote worked. I had to get people to understand new ways of doing things. And all of that required some, at least comfort and some skills in order to be able to get the point across. And then as I developed my career, I rose in the ranks and I had to give formal presentations to groups of employees, to groups of clients, and I found that my ability to speak well in public was a big asset to me. So I'm glad that I did it, and it's really worked out well.
Okay, great. What contributed to your decision to join the Summit City Toastmasters Club?
Well, as I said, I worked at Parkview, and Summit City Toastmasters originated at Parkview Hospital. So I joined the Parkview Club at that time, and it has grown and left Parkview and gone through many other iterations until what it is today as Summit City Toastmasters.
Okay, because it was work related,
right,
and convenient. All right. How has it helped you develop professionally? You answered that partly.
Yeah, again, because I started giving more public presentations, I gave presentations for the entire department on their behalf, and on occasion I had to give presentations to the entire supervisory staff of Parkview Hospital, and in doing so, I think I did pretty well, and that really raised my visibility in the organization. So a lot of people knew who I was, even though they had no idea what I did, and it made me more valuable to the department in my ability to present the department in a good light.
That makes complete sense. All right. Have you experienced unexpected benefits from Toastmasters?
Yeah, that's really the most surprising thing about Toastmasters. It may sound like a silly little platitude, but Toastmasters actually changed my life. It's well known that one of the greatest fears people have is fears of public speaking. And I certainly felt that way. When I went to my first Toastmasters meeting and I was asked to give a topic session response, I was terrified. I did very poorly. I stuttered, I stammered, and I had a dry mouth. It was a horrible experience. And when I left that meeting, I decided I'm never going back to do that again because that's a horrible experience. But I did get up the gumption to do it again. I came back, and over time I became comfortable with it, and then I realized that if I can overcome my fear of public speaking, I can do anything if I really put my mind to it. And it has opened up a lot of other areas in my life that I had never thought of entering before, and it's been very beneficial to me.
All right. So why would you encourage others to join?
Well, anybody that has a fear of public speaking obviously should join. I know a lot of people that have no fear of public speaking, but they should join anyway because lack of fear does not make you a good speaker. A lot of people have very bad speaking habits, and you won't know it until you go into an organization like Toastmasters where you can be evaluated in a positive, reinforcing manner.
Right. And you gave me the sandwich method that you use when you're evaluating others.
Yes, that's standard Toastmasters practice, is when you evaluate somebody, you give them pros and cons, and you start by telling what they did well in the presentation, then give them some suggestions, not in a very kind manner, in how they could improve, and then you end with a positive reaction so they go away feeling good about what they did.
Right, and that's excellent. That's excellent advice. Are you involved in any other professional or civic organizations?
Yes, I run a table tennis club in town. Doesn't sound like a big organization, but through that I have become involved with the Chinese Association in town. Okay. And I have given live television interviews, which is kind of scary, and I never would have been able to do that without Toastmasters. So even in something like sports, I'm using my public speaking skills.
Nice. Okay, I have one last question. Why do you stay in Toastmasters? You're retired, and you've been in Toastmasters how long?
31 years.
31 years. Wow. And so why do you continue?
Well, there are a couple of reasons. First of all, it gives me something to do as retired. I like to keep busy and keep my mind active, and Toastmasters forces you to stay sharp. And I'm still developing new speeches. I'm trying to improve all the time. But I also realize that no matter what you're doing in life, you will always have the opportunity to give presentations. Maybe it's at church, maybe it's a table tennis club, maybe it's on live television without much expansion on what you know about. And it just comes out to be helpful in a lot of ways, in surprising ways.
Wonderful. Well, thank you for taking time to interview and share with our audience and other potential Toastmasters your experience and your encouragement for them to join. Is there anything else you'd like to share?
Join Toastmasters and change your life.